let me not sit right there and maybe not
really
have my laptop in it.
mesmerising.
Right, are we ready?
I'm
Guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, please don't look at my disgusting granny curtains in the background. Look at them in the viewfinder.
look at eyelids like this.
So granny. We got given them for free, so and they're really pretty and cute. So
like
don't
your
worry.
purple ones.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Walking Equestrian podcast. I am with Georgie. Woo woo. Do you know I literally typed in Georgie. Woo woo.
Georgie, woo!
It's not scripted, I promise. And Alana is also here. If you're watching on YouTube, like I said a second ago, we are sat on my sofa, for the audio listeners, sat on my sofa in pyjamas with my hippie blanket, as I like to call it, over us.
Wait, for listeners, sorry.
For people watching.
I was waving it around.
You can watch us, or if you're listening, then hey, hope your poo picking's going well, or your hack, or you're walking the dogs. What else could people be doing? Alana's saddle pad just fell off the back of the sofa. It's just a dramatic event.
What did you say? Poo picking?
Poo picking, hacking.
Hacking.
What do you listen to? A lot of podcasts.
I always driving.
Driving.
Yeah.
Walking the dog. Oh, you've already said that.
I think driving is a big one.
Yeah,
Cleaning your
I
house
drive.
or cleaning your room, whatever.
10
10 points if we get any of that. Huh?
I just listen to when I'm grooming as well.
That brings us on to this episode. So I have been doing this podcast for months now, and Georgie hasn't even been on it yet.
Sorry, guys.
You're a really shit friend.
You never invite me over.
No, I'm joking. Do you know, we've actually recorded an episode before.
Yeah, you
when
you binned it off.
I binned it off because I couldn't cope with myself because I kept interrupting you and Emma.
I don't think you did.
Oh, well, I watched it back and I couldn't post it. Because honestly, every time someone spoke, I was like, blah, 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 blah. I know, it's just too irritating.
We spent the whole of mine.
Oh, it's a baby.
Fuck! Oh my god! Jay, what are you doing to the dog?
I was pawing my leg.
I love them so much. Jay, what are you doing? No! He's coming back! Fuck! No! Joe! What is he doing?
Oh, that's so funny.
Right,
I can't wait to watch that back.
Oh, sorry, audio listeners. Jesus, Ferg just attacked us on the sofa. Sorry, what we were saying is leading us on to this episode is that Georgie, we've planned to do podcasts so many times, but because we're just like, oh, whatever, we just haven't got around to doing it, basically.
Yeah, we're probably a bit too laid back.
Bit too laid back
Yeah,
about it.
we'll do
Now-
it this week. Nah, I got busy.
Or we just go, can we do another night?
Yeah, we've had it booked in probably at least 5 times.
Yeah.
And either one of us will go, I'm a bit
Oh,
tired.
I'm a bit
can we
tired,
not?
yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, yeah.
And then our episode, we just did it in the car, stunning.
We
Chill
literally
vibe.
just chatted, yeah.
It was nice though, because I hadn't seen you for ages, and then we just
I know,
caught
it was
up.
just like a proper catch up, wasn't it?
And we were talking about all sorts.
We were.
Anyways, so today's episode is talking all about Georgie being a dog groomer. So we're going to talk all about that. So if you're interested in becoming a dog groomer or you are a dog groomer, this is going to give you all the insights, all the behind the scenes kind of maybe. See what Georgie says. Hey, G.
Oh, yeah.
Before we go into speaking about dog grooming, you're probably wondering who Georgie is. Where did we meet, G? You tell a story.
We met in year 7. Well, we went to school together, secondary.
Yeah, cute.
Did you not know that?
You went to our school?
Did you?
Yeah, but you guys were gone before I came, no?
Oh, yeah, you went to sixth form there.
I was going to say, I don't remember you being...
I went to posh school, sorry kids.
Did you go to school?
No, what? No, it's okay, I'll beep it.
I went to, I was in up to year 5, and then I went to Kes. I went to school in Bath. King Edward's School in Bath.
King Edward's, darling.
Darling. Darling.
And then you did thingy for sixth form.
You did 6 months? Yeah.
Yeah, we were
Right.
gone. Although you were in sixth form.
For 3 months.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you would have joined.
So
You're the year below us, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
you would have gone.
Yeah, but
both
you
ways.
weren't in year 13.
I wasn't in sixth form.
Oh.
I went to 6 form for 3 months and then dropped out.
I wouldn't have seen you then.
No.
Anyways, yeah, we met in school, but to be fair, in year 7 we weren't really friends. Not
No.
for any reason.
No, we were friendly.
We weren't in the same
but
friendship
not
group.
gonna lie, guys.
I'm a bitch.
Tay used to be bright orange with a little black.
I did. I was the ultimate like.
And you were
Schoolgirl.
scary.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
were such a scary
She's not
girl.
scared of me now. She's a scary one now. No, that was me. I was the like bright orange here,
White
black
neck.
handbag. Yeah, white neck. In class, I'd sit there putting more on, like put more makeup on, that sort of vibe. And then sort of year 9.
I don't know, and mid of year 8.
Yeah, year 8, year 9.
Yeah, year 8, year 9. Year 9 we were really close.
Yeah,
Um,
because then we were in the same friendship group with
I'm
like.
trying to think though, like, I remember I made my Facebook account at your house, and it was.
Because my mum was like, "Have you not got?" Wasn't she saying
Like,
I
you
gave
not
my
got Facebook? And I was
Facebook?
like, no. And I had to lie about my age. I remember that and your mum being like,
Legal.
yeah, we all do that. And I was like, whoa, guys. and and I remember we were camping in your garden.
Why did we do that?
Stop.
And you did the ice bucket challenge in your garden. And you were like 13 then. So we have
an
been
ice
friends
bucket
since then.
challenge?
Yeah.
That's quite cute.
Yeah, I remember you had like, you had this red bucket. You
What?
on the trampoline?
On the trampoline! Yeah! Do you
I
remember the ice
nominate.
bucket? Yeah, I
Yeah.
was about to say, do you remember
I
that?
did it too.
I
did do
nominate.
it.
No.
I nominate.
So I don't know. I'm going to say year 8.
Yeah. And then we were in the same friendship group from like.
Oh no, I'm gonna walk through the back.
No, Joe. No, you're okay. Joe, did you
Come say hi.
Dad literally jumped the sofa over us.
Yeah,
He
went
literally
a bit
did.
I hyped him up a little bit.
I could tell.
What's that? And he could hear you lot, and he was like, oh.
He literally ran in, came round this way, and literally like, phew.
Yeah, sorry. So we met in school. We were in the same friendship group for all through school,
Yeah.
and then we kind of like parted. But there was a few years where we didn't really see each other.
No, so we were really close until like year. Oh, that's sad.
Oh, missed you.
No, we probably were close until like year 11,
Yeah.
and then, but even in year 11, we weren't like besties.
No, you were
We were
more
besties
friends.
in like year 9, and then we kind
Yeah.
of drifted year 10, year 11.
Yeah, and
we were
then
still
came back.
friends.
We were still friends, but we weren't as close as we were.
Yeah.
Like,
BFF.
yeah, in like the year
Yeah,
9
we were.
stage, we were like round each other's
We were
houses
really
all the
close,
time. Yeah,
yeah.
that sort of vibe.
And then,
Found each other again through horses.
yeah, I think it was when you went to Hartbury, not gonna
Yeah.
lie, because obviously you moved away.
Bye, Joe.
See you later.
Bye, Joe.
Have a nice podcast.
Yeah, and then I went to Hartbury. You went to sixth form.
Oh, you went to Hartbury, didn't you?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I went to
Yeah.
Hartbury, which I'm going to do a whole episode about because a lot of people have messaged to say what was it like and things. So I will do an episode all about
That'll
that.
be interesting.
Yeah,
Mm.
No, I won't give any spoilers. I won't give any spoilers. I'm not going to tell you.
No.
No. So yeah, we then like COVID happened as well. I don't think I saw you much in COVID because you were still working at the holiday park.
Woo woo.
We love that place.
Yeah.
Holiday park.
So yeah, when you worked at the holiday park, that was COVID time, wasn't it?
Yeah, I spent more time with Joe then. Than I did
Yeah,
with you.
literally. Yeah, so that's kind of how we met. Basically, we were in school. We were in the same friendship group for years. Everything kind of happened. We parted a little bit, and now
I can't
we
think.
came back together.
How we got what happened when we got back, like
How we
got really
came
close
back.
again? Do you know what I mean? I can't really think.
Did you have?
What's fun?
You didn't have
Friendship
college?
reunite.
Friendship
Do you know what I mean?
reunite.
Though? 'Cause
Yeah,
there
I
was
don't
probably like
know.
a year that we literally spoke like once or twice.
Oh yeah, 100%. Which
So
was like
I'm
COVID
trying
time.
to think why we.
You just decided she was a bitch.
Oh my god, I do know. We went to what is that pub called?
Free horseshoes.
We went to Three Horseshoes. We had dinner.
With who? Just me and you?
Just me and you. Yeah, you had brown hair. And that was like 20...
What? So one of us must have messaged and said, do you want to go to dinner?
Yeah, we must have. Oh, dinner.
I don't remember that.
That makes
That's
it
so
icky.
icky. Imagine us like this. What you can order.
So gross, so gross.
Fuck's sake.
We're so socially awkward, it's hilarious.
I don't remember that. That's us.
Yeah, no, literally. So, you were at the holiday park for, what did you say a minute ago?
I was full time like 3.5, but I think I was probably about 4.5, like actually there. Because I cleaned, didn't I, whilst I was at sixth form?
Oh,
In the weekends,
Yeah,
yeah.
you did. And then you worked all through COVID.
Yeah, so I was on furlough. I probably there about 2.5 years before No, full time probably about 2.5 years.
Mm.
And then COVID hit, and obviously being a holiday park, we were one of the first to shut.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was great because I had furlough, and I think I realised when I was on furlough how much I did not want to go
How much
back.
you didn't like it, yeah.
Yeah.
And did you, with your furlough money, is that how you set up your business or no?
Yeah, yeah, a lot of my furlough money paid for my course because dog grooming courses are expensive. So
How
obviously because you
expensive?
weren't. So level 2, you do it in City and Guilds level 2, level 3.
Mm-hmm.
Level 2 where I trained was about 4,800.
Roughly, guys, it's obviously just like
Roughly. I know it's different in
yeah.
areas. Like I know if you go up north, it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
But
I wonder why that is.
4,800. I think around was level 2, and I think level 3 you're looking about 8-9 grand.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I know.
crazy.
Yeah.
But obviously, like different places, I suppose, do
Or
different.
if you do level 2 and level 3 together, it's cheaper. I want to say like 6.
Wow. And
Yeah.
what does that include? So if level 2.
So level 2 is actually just dog groomer assistant. So it's not actually fully fledged dog groomer. It's just like bathroom prep work, like basic scissoring.
But you wouldn't get handed a different breed every hour and go groom it.
No, like I
Right.
remember when I was training, you literally like like it was like breeds like spaniels and stuff. Like there was no like poodle cross breeds or anything like that. And I'd literally like spend like all day on a spaniel. Like you'd start it and you'd like spend like an hour bathing it, no joke, because you had to like obviously get all the prep work right.
Yeah.
And then you would literally have to like take it for walks because of how long you'd had the dog. And I look back on it and I'm like, all day on a spaniel.
And
like,
then now, how long does it take you to do a spaniel? What do you book
Well,
out for?
I book out hourly for spaniels. So like
an
per
hour?
Yeah.
And it used to take you all day.
Yeah.
That's incredible though. That's so cool.
I know. Yeah,
That's
it
so
used to be
cool.
literally used to be forever. I'm trying to think what else level 2 is. But yeah, no, level 2 is just like prep, and then level 3 is like actual grooming.
So you had to pay to learn how to be a dog groom assistant before you became the actual dog groomer. Is it?
Yeah,
like,
so you're not allowed to do level 3 without level 2. So you have to be
it's
a
like-
grooming
right.
assistant before you can
Compulsory.
be a dog groomer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't actually have to have any qualifications to be a dog groomer. So there's
Really?
like yeah, you don't need any qualifications.
Wait, so I could teach myself on YouTube and set up tomorrow?
Yeah. So you could literally. So what I know what I was gonna say on my Facebook. Sometimes I get ads. So it's like, oh, $3.99, learn to be a dog groomer, and it's like a 5-minute course, and I'm like, oh my god, no, like that's
What,
not.
to be, like, to say that I can be a dog groomer
Yeah,
now?
because obviously you're not getting a qualification from it, because the only qualification I think, I could be wrong, you can get in dog grooming is City and Guilds. Like a lot of like some people go to college, and they'll get like animal care assistant.
Right.
But it's not like anything to do with grooming, but you learn grooming there.
So you
Right.
can't go from like college to.
You can go from college to being a dog groomer,
Sorry.
but
Hear me if I sit in the
Yeah.
you just won't be like
Okay.
officially a dog groomer. But not a lot. Like I know loads of groomers that aren't qualified. Yeah.
Really? And have full-blown businesses like you?
Yeah.
I would say, though, for dog grooming, I feel like dog grooming, you have... I mean, I don't know, could be wrong, because obviously I could do it tomorrow. But I feel like it's a really technical industry.
It is. Yeah, it is really technical, and there is a lot to learn. Like, I remember when I first started like grooming, it took me like 10 minutes to do a nail trim, because I'd be like, right, where's the quick? Need to go a little bit inch up from there. And now I like snip, snip, snip. Like you
Yeah,
don't,
yeah.
you
You
don't
do it
even
in
think
2
about it.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, like the time that you like. If you look from like the work that I first started doing to now, like I look at my grooms and I'm like, oh my god, my grooms when I first opened were awful.
Really?
And also like how quick you get. Like,
Yeah.
I used to book like 2 hours for salons when I first started.
No way.
Yeah.
Just because you had time to
Yeah.
finish the groom, etc.
Yeah, and I'd like leave loads of time in between because I'd be really paranoid like people overlapping
Overlapping and things.
Yeah.
And also, you do quite what is the word? I don't want to say special breeds, but quite unique breeds. That's the word. Unique breeds, like a poodle, for example, like a standard poodle.
Yeah.
That's not a quick give them a bath and dry and off they pop. Like,
I would love to do more standard poodles. I love like the creative grooming, but
yeah,
obviously,
creative
like,
grooming. Yeah.
where we are now, like most people just want short or like they just want easy maintenance grooms, which is like that's what I would want if I wanted a dog.
Yeah.
Like you get the occasional person that's like, oh, can you do something cool for my dog? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
Give it to
give me a
me.
challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about this probably isn't complicated, but like a schnauzer. Like a giant schnauzer, that looks complicated to me, or is it not?
Giant schnauzers are really easy, and they're
Okay.
like, yeah, no, they are really easy when you like know what you're doing. Like, it's just the having the correct lines and like, so it's kind of similar in like the way of like not the same lines, but with like a poodle. Like, a lot of the poodles, like a lamb cut, for example, they all have the same lines. So yeah, it's quite I love a schnauzer, like the eyebrows and the bit.
Yeah, it's the face. The face. Yeah, that's why I
I
asked
love a
about
schnauzer.
it.
But again, we hardly have any schnauzers in our area.
No.
I do more schnoodles than I do schnauzers.
Schnoodle.
Schnoodles. Yeah, I do more schnoodles than
Yeah.
schnauzers. Everything's
Yeah.
crossbreed now.
That was a little bit about the grooming, but going back to the holiday park to grooming, did you always want to be self-employed?
No, I didn't. No, I think I only went self-employed because if you're going grooming, you can only really go you can work for people, but when you've pumped in all of that money to courses and stuff, a lot of like groomers get paid like minimum wage, or like they'll get paid like, I don't know, just above minimum wage when you're actually doing all the hard work. I mean, I know you haven't got the like overheads, or like you're not
Books
really
or
doing the
anything.
books, or like you're even like the bookings and stuff. Like
Paying
you are
rent
just working
for your
like
salon
set
or anything,
hours.
like
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
But also, it's not great money, and also I feel like you're working, like you build up these relationships with your dogs, but you haven't got like the control of like. I mean, I could be
Anything.
wrong. There's probably some groomers that do work in a shop and they love it, but I think personally for me, and
Yeah,
also
personally for you, yeah.
the area that we're in, there's not a lot of shops. You'd have to go to like chains like the Groom Room and stuff like that.
Yeah. What's the one at Pets at Home?
Groom Room.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Sorry, right. Yeah, places like that. I was going to say, because your dad is self-employed, do you think that had any like impact on you going self-employed because you had that sort of stepping stone?
With Dad, it's hard because he is self-employed, but he's not, because he's a limited company.
Oh, yeah.
He's actually employed, but technically employed by his own company.
Yeah,
So he's not actually self-employed. So
Yeah.
like the way that he does his taxes and everything is completely different to the way that I would.
Yeah.
So like I used to be like, oh Dad, like, blah blah, like asking
Yeah.
tax questions, and he'd be like, oh I don't know because I don't do it like that, and I'm like, oh, yeah. So, he
So that wasn't it was a little bit of a part of it, but
I
not
think Dad
mainly.
was more like, well, no, it's easily done. Like go self-employed. Like he was because obviously he
Really
used to be
supportive.
self-employed before he went limited.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know. I can't
Little
really
step
remember
up.
why I went self-employed.
I think at the time you were really close with someone who was helping you
yeah.
at the time, and they were already self-employed.
Yeah.
So that could have also been a part of it.
Could have been a part of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think as well, like, where I trained, like, I'm still friendly with a few of the girls now where I trained, and obviously we were all, like, in the same position. We were all going self-employed together, like, and where I trained, Canine Design, go check them out. Leslie, she's great.
Oh, shout out.
She was really helpful in, like, the ways that, like, of, like, helping you set up being
Yeah.
self-employed. Like,
Oh, that's
answering
really
the- yeah.
good.
So they
So,
were really good
sorry,
in that
that's
part.
where you trained?
Yeah, Canine
And then
Design.
she helped you with little bits and bobs of setting up and...
Yeah, like, if you had, like, any questions, she would always
She'd
be
help
like,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was
Oh,
really
that's
good.
really nice.
Yeah.
That's so nice. So speak about when you first started. So where was your salon? How did you set it up? What were the things you needed to make sure you had? Like for anyone who's gonna, who's interested into being a dog groomer, what are the stepping stones initially? Just a few.
So it does seem like a lot of money. Like there's a lot of money to suddenly pump into grooming if you do want to start. Because obviously you've got the training, but then also like the equipment, like bath, table, and everything like that. Like it is a lot of money. Like my bath was like, I think $1,500. But obviously when you've already spent like $4 or $5 grand on training, and then you've got that on top.
Yeah.
And then table wise, like when I first started, I just had a hydraulic table. I didn't have my electric one. So I think you can get like.
Is that when you pump it?
The pump,
Yeah.
with the foot, like a foot pump.
Yeah.
I think you can get away with just having one of them to begin with if you're starting out, and then once your business grows, you can then start getting like treat yourself to the nicer bits and bobs.
But to initially start, that was perfect
Yeah, like
for
it
you.
does the job. I mean,
Because you
it's
had it for a
hard.
few years, didn't you, that table?
Yeah, I had it for
Yeah.
like at least probably just under 2 years. But I mean, it's great. But now I have my electric table. I'm like,
How did I ever do that?
You're like, how did I cope with that?
That's like in dog walking terms, going from like a small car to a van.
Yeah.
That's like heaven.
How did you ever cope without?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's literally what it's like. And like the electric tables go literally pretty much right down to the floor, when the hydraulic tables are literally like they're quite high up. So if you have like a big dog, like say Fergie didn't want to get on the table, like it's quite easy if it's right on the floor. Yeah.
Oh, that's so
obviously,
true.
if they're quite high up,
You have to lift them.
you have to, or at least get front legs on. You can kind of like scooch their bum up. But obviously, some
no
dogs
wonder
aren't
you got
able.
bad back. So yes, for people who are first starting, so that's in terms of like the equipment.
Yeah.
But what about if someone is looking to either where to put their salon? How much space would you say you need? Obviously, all of Georgie's answers are very rough, guys. So obviously, take everything with a pinch of salt. But if you were like from your personal opinion, like what would you say?
I think trying to start like doing it right, but also not going in with like all the money straight away. Because I think like if you have a garage, an empty garage, or anything like that, that's literally perfect for like a groomers, especially if it has like you just need electric and water. If you can cope with electric and water, then that's great. Obviously, you can do a garage up nice, like some paint. You can make it look
so
pretty.
nice. Put some lights in.
Lights. Yeah, you can make it look really nice. Or like a lot of people have like the cabins, like you can get cabins,
Summer houses,
stuff like that is really good. Obviously it's still really expensive, like even like, so obviously I was on my grandparents' farm originally, and in like an old stables, and we converted it, but even like converting it, like insulating it, wooden cladding it, electric, water.
Oh my god, you had to insulate it. Of course you did, yeah. Oh my
literally
god.
like everything, and obviously it does add up, but also it's a less of a, I mean, with grooming it's hard, like you've got to go in with full commitment either way, like it's definitely not like that sort of like self-employed business that you can be like, am I sure, because you're gonna have to pump in about 10 grand at least to even get going.
But then equally I feel like it's really rewarding. I mean, I'm not
it's
a dog
really
groomer,
rewarding
because you do make that back.
You
over
make it
time.
back quickly as well, like you don't realise, and especially if you're working from home, you will make it back quicker because you've not got a load of overheads. So like,
that's so
it's
true.
a lot of like money to begin with, but if you are from home, you'll be like, oh my god, like everything that you earn is for you. It's not like, apart from obviously your water and electric and stuff, but so I would say if you could start from home, even if you just did it for a year, it's a great starting point.
Even like 6 months, if someone wants to if someone wants to like make the money back. Oh my god! If someone wants to make the money back and then go from there. Yeah. Like they would have bought all their stuff. Like,
and
so
everything's movable at the end of the day. Like all your bath, table, everything like that. It's all movable. Dryers, like.
Because you've come from a converted stable for your salon. You were there how long? Nearly 4 years?
Yeah. Well, my business is 4 years in April. So like 3.5 years.
3.5 years. And then your exciting news? In the last
I have
weeks.
a shop now.
I'm a shop girl. No, tell us all about the big move.
So I moved the business. It's going really well. It was
so
a
good.
big jump. I mean, it's a great unit. It's brand new. Never been used before. It's like sparkling clean, but it's covered in dog hair now.
Yeah, not clean anymore.
Not that clean anymore. And like I've had my book shut for nearly 2 years. Like I've taken on the occasional customer, or like people like I know of, or like friends of friends, or stuff like that.
If you can squeeze people
or
in.
OB. But I haven't actually like I haven't advertised in probably about 2.5 years. So I got to the stage like 6 months ago where I was just a bit in like a slum with my business. I was just a bit like, there's no way forward unless I move. But then obviously move's going to be like financially a big like commitment. Yeah. But also I'm a great believer in if you don't pump money into your business, you're not going to get anything out.
No, yeah, so true.
I'm always
so
like,
true.
you need to pump money and a time and effort into your business to ever get anywhere with it.
And like you said the other day, if you don't take the leap, then nothing's going to change.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
A bit like you.
Me?
Like, if you don't take the leap, nothing's
Oh,
going to change.
I
Do you know
know.
what I mean? Like, it's true, like with your
Yeah,
career.
100%.
Like, if you don't take the leap, nothing's going to change.
Yeah, no, you've got to be.
So, yeah, where have you moved? No, obviously, without saying too much, but where have you moved to? What's the upgrades? Because you've got staff now.
I have
Like,
staff.
speak
I
about-
hate that.
No, but okay, not staff. You've got friends
now.
who you are paying that you're really close with now.
Yeah, no, I've got 2 girls that help me out, and they're great. So it just means that they can prep. I mean, no one else is grooming, If any of my customers are listening to this, do
Yeah.
not worry. I'm not letting anyone clip or scissor your dog.
Don't worry, don't stress.
So yeah, I am just
Sorry, just slurping down the microphone.
so yeah, I have people. It's more, to be fair, just the kind of clean up. Like dog groomers will know, like the in between is the hardest. Like having dogs in and out is fine, but like you go in and you're like, oh my god, there's hair everywhere. Like I'm really messy with my grooming as well. Like I'll have like clippers and equipment and brushes and like everything everywhere, and I'm always like, oh, like where's this, where's that, and I'm like, oh, like, everything's everywhere.
Like this morning, guys, I dropped Ferg off, and before Ferg was a lovely husky. And I'm not joking. Like, bear in mind, Georgie like cleaned up, ready for us to come there, as you always do for your customers. But like the hair, like was still like in the air. Like it's so. But only because it's a husky, obviously. But
My last customer today said, "You've got a bit of dog hair in your hair." She pulled it out. It was from the husky this morning.
no way.
I was like, that was from my 10 o'clock.
Oh my
This was
God,
6
yeah.
o'clock at night. I was like, oh, that was from my 10 o'clock. She was like, it was so funny.
Oh.
I was like, yeah.
So having girls to do jobs, like what are the jobs that they do?
So they bath and dry. They do like prep work for me. Well, I say prep work, like a lot of people would say like sanitary areas and clipping nails and stuff's prep work, but I do all of that myself. So it's literally bath, dry, they'll clean ears, and they'll tidy. So they're just making sure that everything's presentable for my next customers. I have a waiting room and a shop area now. So just kind of making sure that like, obviously when it's rainy and there's mud and everyone's coming in, just making sure that it always looks tidy. I have a few customers that wait in the waiting area. Obviously it's waiting area.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm like
You don't want to go in the waiting area and you're covered in hair and you can't sit down.
Yeah, exactly. And I try to like make sure the door's always shut to the grooming room, so the waiting area is like as non-hairy as it can be.
And also, you do deal with a lot of reactive dogs.
I do have a lot of reactive dogs, yeah, and I stride like on being. I love reactive dogs. I kind of think they're really rewarding. So I think when I moved, I wanted to make it clear that I do still take on reactive dogs.
You've got such a good system because like each room has a door.
Yeah.
Like your bath, your groom room, and the shop and the waiting room, it all has a door that like if you had the most reactive dog that could never see another dog or whatever, you can literally just shut the door and they've got a space that they wouldn't even know that there's another dog.
Yeah. Like I had a really reactive dog. My 9 o'clock this morning was really reactive. She's gorgeous, like honestly the sweetest girl ever. But she's really reactive around other dogs. And my second one turned up a bit early, so it was quite good because I could like shut doors. And I always like, if I hear a car, I like peep out the blind.
Yeah,
like cause especially if I have a reactive dog in, I'm always like on it, like making sure the doors are shut in case. Or obviously if like people sometimes walk into the shop area or inquire, so if I have a reactive dog, and I always make sure the door's shut to the grooming room in case anyone does walk in with a dog, they're not gonna. Because also like you lose their like they get distracted so easily, reactive dogs. It's really hard to calm them back down to the state that you can actually carry on grooming, because like sometimes they'll just lose their head and you're like, God, that's gonna take me like 10 minutes now to actually just calm you down.
And for like reactive dog owners, like knowing like for example when you said like you peep out the blind and things, they will actually appreciate that. Like if you see them coming, you can prep before they even get to the door. And things like that.
Or like if I have like a reactive dog in and I can see someone coming, like if I have one of the girls and I'm like, oh, can you go talk to that customer before like they go, like, because I feel like if the doors are shut and someone walks in, they'll try and find someone.
Yeah,
and obviously if that's someone's with the reactive dog, they'll just probably like, hi, and I'm like, no. So if I've got one of the girls, I'm like, could you just go like tell them like I'll be 5 minutes and like to sit in the waiting room, or if they want a drink or whatever, just so like the reactive dog doesn't have to like
deal with it.
And
because obviously going for a groom as a reactive dog is one thing in itself.
Let
alone adding
like
dog. Other things
and
into
like
it.
Where I was before, obviously I wasn't having dogs overlap, so I spent a lot of time and patience with my reactive dogs, getting them to like go in steps into the bath, or like jumping up on the table, or getting used to the dryer. So now I feel like I don't want all of that work to like undo, so I'm really like conscious with my reactive dogs now that they do still get that quiet time and they're not bumping into other dogs or
100%. So. Do you find your reactive dogs, like a minute ago you said they're like really rewarding? What do you find, like is it quite a big deal for owners?
Yeah, like I'm quite lucky, like most like my owners are lovely, and like my reactive dogs, like they really appreciate the work that we put into them, and they always like they really appreciate it, and they're like always a few of them have gone to other groomers in the past and they haven't had that understanding groomers, and they've kind of just like wanted to crack on. Like a lot of my reactive dogs to begin with, I wouldn't even be able to like get fully groomed. Like they'd literally go home with like half of groomed, but the owner would be like, I'd rather that and then leave happy. than
Yeah,
them
that's so true.
leave-
And then next time do a little bit more.
Yeah.
Things like that. Yeah, do like short and sweet
Yeah.
visits. Yeah, 100%.
In this case, it's really satisfying.
So
I'd say
nice, isn't it?
but what's happened to the bottom?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say gets caught in every single coat because it sticks to material. So when you're putting in and out your pocket, like riding leggings, you have to pull the coat of the riding leggings.
Oh
and
my god,
shove
because
it
it
in,
gets
'cause
stuck.
It gets stuck. It's so irritating. That's why I've pulled the thing off the bottom because I keep pulling them. So cute, aren't they? Right, let's carry on.
Sorry, being real nosy. I'm just like looking at the notifications.
So carrying on from all of that, what would you say is the best thing about the job and the worst thing about the job?
Ooh.
Let's do a positive sandwich. Do a positive, then a negative, and then a positive.
Oh, I love that positive sandwich.
Positive sandwich.
Positive would be, I like probably going back to reactive dogs it is very rewarding. Like a lot of my customers, like they wouldn't ever like. I have this one dog, and it literally I had to send it home once without a bath. Like I had to just try and like it was a D-shirt, so I had to try and just brush it the best way I could without a bath because it could not go like it would literally wouldn't go anywhere near the bath. And obviously it was a big dog, and I could not get it in the bath. And now she comes in and she literally drags me up the step of the bath. She literally launches herself in. She runs in. She's so happy to come in. So I just every time I see her, I'm like, I know I say this every time to you, but like, yeah, she's just so happy. And I have a few dogs like that, but she's the one who like, she's just like she's completely
So rewarding.
changed. Yeah, so that's really rewarding.
What is a bit of a negative about it that, like, on a day-to-day basis, you're like, oh, I want to say something actually from my perspective, being best friends with a dog groomer, is you like it actually is a positive. Is Georgie's patience? I have zero patience for anything in life, absolutely anything. Like literally. People, like everything. I do not have patience, but that's something I admire about Georgie is the patience.
Yeah,
but equally, that's what I was saying about a negative is. Do you have some days where you're like...
I do. I have quite a few dogs that are hard work. And I do not mind working with a hard dog whatsoever. Like, I think they're great. And I think they're dogs at the end of the day and they're not going to stand still like statues.
No, that's so true.
But it's hard to work with a hard dog when the owner just wants the groom done perfectly.
That's so true.
Like, yeah. I'm quite lucky I don't have anyone like that. I've had a few, but now... all my customers and even all my new customers, they are great and they're so lovely and they're so understanding. Like I did a really nervy dog the other day and I had to ring her and I was like, I'm really sorry. I literally like I can't get her head done. And I was like, I'm not that groom. I like literally strive myself. I'm not a groom. I would never put a dog through stress just to get a groom done.
Just to get a groom done, yeah.
Some groomers like probably would. They probably like we need to get this groom done. They're paying me for a groom, blah blah blah. But I'm like. I'd rather send it home happy than send it home stressed.
And then say maybe come back in a week or 2 weeks or whatever.
100%. So I really struggle when I feel like sometimes you get a few people that would rather you put the dog through stress and have a groom.
Yeah, that's
and
so
I'm like,
true, yeah.
I'm not the groomer for you. Like, I want the dog to leave happy and comfortable and relaxed as they can be.
Yeah.
And not come in, like, panting, stressed.
Yeah,
like,
but then equally, I feel like as a customer... that is your responsibility that if you want a dog groomer like that, you go find a dog groomer like that. Yeah. Like, that's not a you problem.
No, and I know that I've probably, like, had 1 or 2 people that haven't been overly pleased because I have sent their dog home and it hasn't been 100%. And I probably could have had it 100% if I, like, literally, like, manhandled that dog. But then again, that's
you're not going to do that.
That's not me. Like,
no,
I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to have to manhandle a dog to have a perfect groom. Like, it's groomed, it's happy, and it's safe. And also, that's when you get accidents happen, because then you push a dog too far, and then I'm going to get bitten, or the dog's going to hurt themselves, or the dog's going to bite the clippers, or...
And also, can we just appreciate
like
that next groom? Hell,
you're not going to get anywhere. Like, I've done so many, like, all my customers have been really
after that.
A bit slow for that one.
Like, what? Yeah, no, like I said, like, a lot of my reactive dogs have been... like that for the first time, and then the time after they come back in happy because they're a bit more understanding. But yeah, if you stress them out, they're not going to want to come back in. They're going to be 10 times worse next time.
Yeah, so
That's
true.
just no point.
And one more positive, would you say? I was going to mention, sorry, I keep taking over and interrupting, but I was going to say, I was at George's the other day just having a catch up, and a customer came in to pick their dog up, and the dog hadn't been groomed for quite a while. because they hadn't booked in or whatever. And the reaction.
Stop.
The reaction after
Yeah,
seeing
I
a
know
dog
what
being
you
groomed.
mean.
Like, obviously for you see it every day, so I bet your reaction isn't as like, oh.
No,
but
I see
literally
what
the
you mean.
owners was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, he's tiny. And I was just like, oh, I love it. And she was so happy. And the dog like lost its mind because its mum was there. But like, when I saw that, I was like, that was wholesome.
No,
But
I
obviously
do.
you
No,
probably
I
get
do
that a
love
lot.
that. And like, actually, my last customer today, I loved them. And he came in and he'd had his first. It was a cockapoo, and he'd had his first like proper cut. Like he's had like trims, but he had his first proper cut. She came in and she was like, "Oh my God, can I hug you? He looks gorgeous." And I was like, "That is literally why I do the job." I was thinking that is people like you is why I do the job. Like
Was it
she
a
was.
puppy? Or...
No, he's probably like probably around 11 months. So yeah, puppy.
right,
But
okay.
he's came in before and he's had like tidy ups, but he'd got really long and she was a bit nervy. I think of like she's like, oh, like his first proper cut, and then she was like, oh my God, I love it.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, no,
You
it was
had
really sweet.
Alana is sat with us guys just chilling. She is here. Because you had Obi, your dog. He had a big cut. Like when you first did him.
Oh yeah, he went from like this fluff. I gave him to you with like he was the hairiest, fluffiest.
eyes.
You couldn't
Yeah,
see
you
his
literally
eyes.
couldn't.
He was overgrown, and I was like, just do what you do. I was like,
Do what you want.
and I kid you not, we had a different dog come out. I swear to God, it was not Obi. But oh my God, his life comes back to him when he gets
Doesn't
cut.
it? He gets the zoomies round my table.
Oh,
Yeah, he
he's
goes proper
honestly-
zoomies.
He gets absolutely. He turns into a puppy.
He does.
And everyone calls him a puppy, and everyone loves him again. Not that they don't love him, but
Because I don't love him when he's hairy and smelly.
no, but he literally
cute, so
and
you're
he looks like
Love
because he
that.
looks quite fat when he's fluffy and like he gets a really thick coat, and we
He
do
does
live
get
it a
fit.
while. We just kind of let him get fluffy.
Well, no, he wasn't very fluffy this time.
Well, no, he wasn't, to be fair. More the first time, because the last time
Yeah,
I'd probably
it's your
done it with the horse
mum.
clippers.
Your mum's like, we need him booked in regularly.
yeah.
So good. But yeah, that was seeing that the other day. I was like, that's so cool that you get that reaction.
Yeah, no, I do. It's probably one of the best parts of the job.
Yeah. But then equally, it's not an easy job.
No.
No, and do you know what? It's not like, so, oh, you're so lucky, you get to work with dogs and cuddle all day. And I'm like,
It's stressful.
no, hun. Like,
I love my job, but equally.
like, I love my job and I wouldn't change it for the world. I do absolutely love it. But some days I feel
It's
like
hard work.
I'm worn out, I'm tired. And it's really hard to be, like, I'm trying to be the happiest person to my customers.
You
And
are
I
though,
am,
Georgie.
and I'm,
She
but
is.
sometimes I find myself like
Breathe.
struggling, like I'm actually struggling to smile now. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
but no, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Thing is though, you could literally have your dream job and you will always have days like that.
Yeah.
You could have literally like anyone who's watching or listening or one of Georgie's customers or whatever, like you could literally have your dream job and you'll have days where you literally want to cry your eyes out, shut the door and go to bed.
Yeah.
Like you do.
100%.
Like your
Yeah.
job, like
Yeah.
your life is horses, always has been.
Yeah.
But you will have days where you think,
Oh, I
Fuck
have days
this.
where I think, fuck, what am I doing?
Yeah, 100%.
What am I doing with my life?
yeah. And you want to jack it in and then you wake up the next day and you're like, right, back to it.
Yeah, I had a
It's
bit of a day
fine.
like that yesterday. Not with my customers, but I had a few cancellations, and
No, but that's
now
really
I've got
frustrating.
a lot of overheads. I was like, oh my God, my business is failing. And then today was really busy and I had like loads of new customers and I was like, yeah, love my day.
Love my day.
I was like, let's not be dramatic, Georgie, calm down.
No, but you say not be dramatic, but when obviously because you've taken this big leap, your mindset is different now.
Yeah.
Because like before, you were at home, so you're like, I'll go ride,
Yeah.
and you had the voice there. I'll go ride, or I'll go back and sit with the dogs for a bit. Whereas now, like you've got crap to get done.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like, no, I need to make money. Feel like we've been going for ages, but to anyone who is wanting to train to be a dog groomer, set up, whatever, what is your best piece of advice?
Ooh, good question.
Just go for it. I think I speak to so many of even my customers and they're like, I've always wanted to do this, and I'm like, just do it.
Why
Like,
are you overthinking it?
Yeah, if you find like Canine Design, they do taster days for free. So
Do
they
they?
do, yeah. Because obviously it's a lot of money.
becoming a dog groomer,
Do
everyone.
they? Come
I'm
on,
going to
me.
become a dog groomer.
Dog groomer, dog walker, whatever you want, babe.
Oh, I could be a bit both.
Sorry, what were you
love
saying?
Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, like I feel like a lot of the kind of colleges, like places around here, do taster days, So I think if you could do like a taste a day, just to generally see if you do enjoy it, and then I would say just go for it. Like, I know it's a big leap, but just go for it.
Would you say, like, save a bit of a budget first, then just put literally balls deep?
I mean, I was quite lucky in the fact that they let me do monthly payments, which they don't advertise. But I was like to them, I can't just give you this money up front. Like, I haven't got thousands to just hand over to you. And they were like, no, like, so I feel like if you speak to them about that, then they will, like, a lot of places are quite understanding in the fact that, like, a lot of people want small businesses to thrive at the end
They
of the
might
day.
liaise with
Like,
you.
people want small businesses to do well. So I feel like, or business loans. You can't go wrong with business loans.
That's so true.
People, like, business loans are there for a reason. Like,
Sorry, I thought my thing died, but it didn't.
that's
Carry on.
okay. No, I was saying business loans there
loans.
for a reason. Like, go get a business loan. People are really understanding. Like, so I think a lot of businesses wouldn't be where they are now without a loan. So
No. Also, I want to say something about loans, is that they seem so much more daunting than they actually are. Which is why I was saying about the business loan, because I feel like we're going to say business loan and people are going to go, no way, like, absolutely not. I'm never going to pay it off, blah, 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 blah. But like you said, the money comes back.
the money comes back and it comes back quickly, and you'll be surprised. Dog grooming is in demand. Like, a lot of people want dog groomers, and if you love it, your customers will like know that. Like, so many of my customers are like, I can just tell you love it, and I think if you love it, people will see that and they'll want to support you. And I think like I wouldn't worry about the money not being there. Like, it will come back. You're always gonna have periods where you're gonna be like, oh god, like, stressed about money. Like, happens all the time to me. I'm always thinking, oh god, I'm stressed about money.
Especially when you got horses.
But, yeah, exactly. But then the next week we're like, okay, no, like, financially I'm okay.
Yeah.
There's always going to be like dips, but
Dips, yeah. That comes into self-employment, because obviously you, like, you're reliable of your money. If you don't put customers in, if I don't put dogs in, I'm responsible for my income. Does that make sense?
I think that's why, like, you've got to be 100%, haven't you, if you're self-employed. Like, you've got to be like putting it all in, because you're not going to get anything out of it if you're not 100%.
No. Exactly.
And I feel like customers are quite good at knowing if you're not 100%. Like,
Yeah.
they're quite like, oh, like, so I mean, I try to be always 100%.
Yeah. No, not this is episode's about me, but I've had some situations recently where I've had customers literally notice that I'm not 100%.
Yeah.
And they've like, so like, even, I didn't even tell you this, but one of my customers that you do, one of my customers that Georgie grooms is one of my customers. She literally said to me, she was like, are you dropping a day because you're burnt out? Like, yeah, she texted me that. Like, and she was like, are you dropping a day for leisure, or are you dropping a day because it's all getting too much? Yeah. And I was just like, yeah.
That's
But
really
that's why I'm agreeing with you. Like,
Yeah.
people know when you're not 100%. They know when
Yeah,
you're not.
they
We're all
do.
human.
There we are.
Guys, in case you're wondering this far into the podcast, I don't want to seem like we're leaving Alana out. I've got
No.
2 mics, and me and Alana are sharing.
Sorry, I'm just hogging mine.
No, because this obviously is about dog grooming, so I wanted you to have your own mic.
Sorry,
guys! No, I wanted you to have your own mic because it's all about the grooming, but we're not leaving Alana out.
No, I'm just thriving.
She's here for the vibes.
I'm just like,
She's like this.
Yeah, should I talk?
Like that.
I love
Head's
that.
going crazy.
no, I'm thriving.
Okay, we've talked a lot about your dog grooming, and hopefully you guys found that really interesting and informative. I did, definitely did. I want to talk a bit more about you, so people, we should have done this at the start, but you know, we're not normal around here.
Here we
So,
are. Go back to the start.
Go back to the start. So obviously we said we've met through horses. Tell us about your horses, because I do tag you a lot on my stories, and you are like, we do a lot together horse wise.
My little baby boy.
Yeah, you little sausage bums, as she
I
calls
love
them.
them so much.
So who have you got? Tell everyone.
I've got Lads, Laddie. Everyone knows them as Lads.
Tell them his name, because people might contact you and be like, I have one of those.
Wootton Heath. Posh.
Yeah.
He's a Wootton Heath, but he's Wootton Heath posh lad. So he's New Forest cross thoroughbred, and he's just the best boy ever. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was a little shit.
He
But,
was a few years ago.
He's great now. He's really matured in his older age. A little old man now. I know.
He's the
But
best.
no, he's great. We literally just have fun. Kind of do a bit of everything, really. Very.
You recently went on your first hunt.
Oh, we went hunting, which honestly is so fun.
She loved it.
Literally so fun. And,
It was so
and he
good.
was good as gold. Literally didn't put a foot wrong. Like, I could not have followed him.
I at least thought he'd throw one buck in.
Yeah, he didn't do, honestly,
No.
hey, he didn't do anything. He was stood on the buckle waiting around.
Yeah. Like, they stood around for ages at the beginning and then ages halfway through, and he was literally this.
Yeah.
Like he was loving it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like he wasn't rude.
No,
Or
he was
anything.
really good. Like I said to you, the only time he got a little bit strong was
yeah.
when we stopped halfway and had like a chat and whatever. He was good as gold then. But and then they don't really like do anything. Like they literally just went from standing still to full pelt gallop.
Like
And
it's
I
one to
think-
another. Yeah.
And I think he was
literally.
like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, yeah,
So he
yeah.
was like, literally, fuck you. Like, and he was like,
You can click. You can click.
Sorry, carry on. This girl. Carry on.
Sorry.
No, I think it's because I clicked really loud and she went.
No.
you can click loud, clicky fingers.
So that was when you got really strong. Was when you clicky fingers. Was when you went from standing around to.
Yeah, but even then, like, I thought that was what he was going to be like the whole time. And he wasn't, like, he listened, but I had to be able to do a bit punch and pulling because he was a bit like...
You had to go, lads, listen.
Yeah, like, I had to really be like, wait, mate, actually listen.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I did that, but it was just like he had to get the initial canter after the second time out the way. But no, he was good as gold and he loved it.
And he jumped everything.
Oh yeah, and like he was a lead for a little youngster that wouldn't go down this step. We were jumping like ditches into different fields. Honestly, it was like
so glad I
terrifying.
didn't
I look
go.
back on it now and I think, why did I do that? But I had a great fun and I want to go again.
I can't wait for you to go again.
It was great, and I feel like any other horse I probably wouldn't have done it on, but I do feel safe on him. Like
yeah.
he makes me feel safe and he gives me the
And
best fun.
physically, he coped so well. Didn't he? Like you said, like the next few days, like he was.
You wouldn't have even known. He came
Yeah.
back. I did give him 3 days off in the field. Like
That's
just
nice though.
stretching his legs off. And then we went for a hack and he was just his normal self. Felt his legs over. I was a bit, because I've always said to Tay that I was like, oh, I want to go hunting. But first of all, I think Lad's going to lose his head and kill me. And second of all, I'm too worried because he's got proper thoroughbred legs, hasn't he? Like proper twiggy little legs.
Yeah.
So I'm always
Little
like,
legs.
I'm always worried he's going to hurt himself. But I think...
But you booted up. He
Booted
didn't even lose
up.
a shoe.
No, I know. I was surprised he didn't lose a shoe.
No, he didn't lose a shoe.
'Cause it was so wet.
Thing is, you're farrier though. You've got such a good rep because you
Yeah.
literally don't lose shoes, do you?
Yeah, no, I've never lost a shoe on him. Touch wood. I mean, he's due a full set at the moment anyway, so it could
Oh,
fall
tomorrow
off
it's
now.
like this. Mum, help!
I got no shoe.
Oh. No, do you know what? Losing shoes is not the annoying part. It's both finding them.
Find it.
Like, well, yeah.
Yeah,
did you see
you
me
the
the
other
other day?
day.
Less than 10 minutes and I found it.
That's
She said on
great.
Snapchat. What did you say on Snapchat?
I was literally like, guys, I've hit a milestone in
milestone,
in
this
the
girl.
in the horse. I've had horses for like my own horses for a little while now, and this is one of my work horses. And I was like, I need to find this shoe. I need to find this
I
shoe,
love that.
and I found it in less than 10 minutes.
She literally sent a Snapchat and she's like, look at the shoe.
I've
Well done, Alana. So funny. So funny. So, and then Charlie.
Charlie, little Charlie bear.
Charlie,
Um,
my favourite.
He loves Auntie Tay.
Do you know what? I've always thought Charlie was scared of me because he's a bit nervy of new people. And then I looked after them for literally 5 days when Georgie went on holiday and he loved me. So then I just loved him so much.
Yeah.
Because he loved me.
He loves to play. Like, so
It was
basically-
the play.
Yeah, Charlie's just a little companion. We rescued him.
Yeah.
He's great, and I think he loves to play. Like you can do the whole like
He run around. Yeah,
and he'll buck and fart and rear away he's like
Yeah.
pew, pew, pew.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, everyone thinks he's like a little foal, don't they?
He
Everyone
looks like a foal.
Yeah, he does. He's probably only like 12 pounds, isn't he?
Yeah. And he's really like everything about him is small.
Yeah.
Small head, small legs, small body, like just small. What even is he?
We don't know. I think he's definitely got Arab,
Arab for sure.
Welshie, maybe a bit thoroughbred.
Yeah, Welsh.
But for-
Welshie maybe.
Yeah, Welshie.
A Welshie?
Yeah.
Welsh section A.
Yeah.
Small ones, yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a D.
Well, it's not a D, but I
Nothing
just
wrong
checked
with
it. I just thought it was that the right letter. I wasn't sure. Yeah. Oh, it's definitely,
Definitely
How
not
old is he?
Charlie. We don't know.
Like a
Well,
guess. Young?
around
Old?
no. Well, we've had him like 7 years, 6-7 years now. So he's probably like 10 to 15. That's my guess.
Yeah. But the vets
Probably
didn't
no older
really
than
know
50.
either from his teeth.
They don't really know because they said it's quite hard to tell, like when they get over the age of like 10 with teeth really.
To
Like, they
really-
all kind of
yeah.
look quite similar. And because he might have not had like loads of dental in his past life anyway, his teeth could just be bad for his age.
Yeah. But equally, he's a companion, so to you guys, it's not
Yeah, like he's not obviously like he's ever bitted up or anything. I did go through like a semi-time and knockdown that I thought I was going to break him in.
She said that for about 4 years and she never did it.
I brought my bridle on a bit and everything.
Did you?
Yeah, it's still in the tack room.
I don't think you could. Actually,
used to
saying
take
that,
it-
but
I used to
him over
long rein him
jumps
up
was so
at the
cute.
track.
Did you?
Yeah, and he was good as gold. But if you put any pressure on his back, he freaks out, so I gave up.
Georgie says, hell no, I'm not doing that.
But also, I've always thought, like, if because he moves so beautifully, I thought if I did break him in, I'm too small, I'm too big to ride him, so I wouldn't want to get rid of him. And I did.
Oh, yeah,
obviously-
that's
and
so
if,
true,
And if he was
yeah.
like a perfect little like whizzy kids pony, I'd obviously have to put him on loan.
Yeah, of course, you wouldn't give him a job.
because He'd want
Yeah.
a job, but then I thought, sorry, that's really selfish. But I thought I want him,
Yeah, you want him.
so I thought you can just. Sit in
Thing
my
is,
field.
though, I think it's different, though, because he loves being a companion.
He loves
Like,
being a
he loves his
companion.
little life.
And we go into the arena, and I free lunge him all the time in the school. He goes over poles. I tried to get him to jump, but he like clambers over it. He doesn't understand.
doesn't know how to jump.
No, he doesn't. But he like bucks and farts around in the arena. He loves it. Like I lunge him. Like I keep his brain busy. Like he's not just sat in a field all day.
That's what I mean. He's not sour. Like, he's very happy being a companion.
Yeah, he loves it. And like sometimes we'll take him on walks. Like he's my mum's baby, and mum will walk out with me, and she'll take him on a walk.
Buys new head collars all the time.
Yeah, he's got like the biggest wardrobe in the world as well. It's ridiculous.
No, it's so, I love it. I love it.
He literally has such a big wardrobe.
And then, sorry, last thing to talk about quickly is your pride and joy, Posy.
Oh, my little baby.
Yeah, your pride and joy.
My little Romanian girl.
Yeah, little Romanian girl. So you had your absolute pride and joy, Lou, who you had literally the whole time I've known you.
Yeah.
Speak a little bit about her. It is quite
So
sad, but it's...
Lou-
Oh no, my battery's gonna die. Carry on talking. Sorry guys, you're on my phone now for this last little bit, if you're watching on YouTube, because
That's weird not looking at yourself.
Sony camera batteries, you need about 10 of them, alright? I have 3, none of them are charged.
Oh my
Hi,
God,
gorgeous.
The best boy ever. The best boy ever. Can we
Hi,
have a cuddle? Oh, yeah.
Can we,
Oh, come here, have a cuddle.
Sorry, we were just talking about Lou.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, I'm just dying. If you're watching on YouTube, Ferg is literally sat on top of Alana, and I'm not going to move him. So, hope you're alright with that, Alana.
Yeah, I can cuddle.
Sorry, G, we were just talking about Lou,
Yeah.
and how it leads you on to Posy. So you had Lou for...
Yeah, so I had Lou, and then I sadly lost her, and I was,
Literally the worst
not a
time
good place, guys.
ever, yeah.
I don't think I've ever experienced sadness like it. Not to be dramatic. I'd rather, she was like my child.
Georgie said growing up, literally for years and years, that the day that Lulu passed, she was passing with her. That was a saying she actually used to say
I used to
all
say
the
it all
time.
the time, yeah. And I still want to be buried with her. That's one thing I do want,
Yeah.
is I want her ashes to be with me.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, no, she was my baby, and I honestly think if anyone's ever experienced pet loss, I don't think there's anything worse. I generally don't think.
No, I don't.
Okay,
even
yeah,
think
there is.
about it.
There is something worse. There is stuff worse, but I think it is one of the worst things in life.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
losing.
because you look after them like they are your child, and like
They are your children.
they're with you all the time.
Yeah.
Like they, yeah. Anyways, so then I got little Popo. She's a little rescue from Romania. And she got delivered to my doorstep. Actually,
No, she did. Yeah, she literally did.
literally
Didn't
did.
she?
No, I saw an ad on Facebook, and well, actually, no, I lie. Freya, cousin Freya. She, sorry, Fergie.
Yeah, he's really sad on top of you guys.
No, I've got like a dead leg because it's on one of my legs. My cousin Freya, she sent me a photo of this dog from this charity, and I was like, oh, that's really sweet. Like, and then she said that she knows a few people that have got dogs from the charity. So I was scrolling through this charity page, and I saw like 3, and I was sending them to Freya, and I was like, oh. And then I saw Posy, and I was like, and it said on her ad like, why does nobody love me? All my siblings.
Oh,
yeah.
stop. That's awful.
All of her siblings and her mum had all found homes, and she was the only one that hadn't. So I told
She
myself,
had a really sad face. She was like,
oh my god, really sad. And she looked like she had a gammy eye, and she looked really sad. Did you remember her eye? Yeah. So I said to Tay, oh, if she's still advertised in a week, then I'll take her. And then like an hour later, I messaged Tay and said I filled in the form.
Yeah, like, what happened to the week then?
Yeah, I was like, I filled in the form. I couldn't wait.
Put the deposit down.
But, yeah, and I need to pay the deposit, and you have to have like a home check and stuff.
So does someone
from the UK do that?
Yeah, so they're like all volunteers. It's like a FaceTime chat.
Carry on.
That's not funny, Mum. Yeah, it's like a home like a FaceTime. I think it's WhatsApp or something like that. And I got her from Paw Project UK. Can highly recommend them to anyone if anyone's ever looking to rescue from Romania.
Because you know a few people locally, not locally, sorry, you know a few people in the UK who rescue from the same company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm friendly with all of her sisters and her mum's owners now. And there's a lady literally down the road who I didn't know her before, but I know her through the charity now. And she rescues, well, she fosters like literally every few months, trying to get these dogs homes. And I think if anyone's looking for a home, I'm a great believer in adopt, don't shop.
Yeah.
100%. I don't think there's
100%.
too many people breeding puppies out there.
Yeah, 100%.
So
Because after Lou, like you did say like you were unsure about whether you wanted to get another one so quickly, but you were struggling with like that love to give.
the love to give, and I think that's different to people like, oh, you replace. And, like,
You didn't replace.
I don't think you'd ever replace. Like, you love them in a different way, and I think when you are such an animal person and you have got love to give, that's why I didn't want a puppy, because I thought there's dogs out there who don't have any love.
Yeah,
I think if you can give, if you're wanting to love something, like I wanted my love to go to like a dog that
needed
help
home,
and
yeah.
needed a home.
And it's awful because like so many dogs just get put down.
Yeah.
And that's heartbreaking to think of. Like, had you not rescued Poe?
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that
no,
sort of
she
thing.
probably, well, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And Posey, guys, like you'll have to go follow Georgie's Instagram. But she is just not a dog.
she's like,
She's the best thing in the whole world. She's like an Ewok. But she's not like, she's just not a dog. She's like a little
she's not.
old lady in like a little Ewok body.
Yeah. And then sometimes she wakes up and she turns into an absolute menace.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
8 o'clock
yeah.
at night and she goes crazy. She literally jumps off from the top of the sofa, launches herself, runs up and down for half an hour, and on her walk she's like psycho crazy girl.
Yeah, and she can jump real high,
She
like you
jumps
say,
really
about
high,
jumping,
yeah. And
real high.
but then like she's so easy. Like I could take her anywhere. She comes to work with me most days. She'll come to the pub. She'll come anywhere with me. She comes on holiday. She's easy as anything. I can literally take her anywhere.
She is easy,
And wherever
yeah.
you go, she'll just sleep. Like she's great. And
she's good with other dogs as well. Like when she
Yeah.
when she knows the dog, she just wants to play.
yeah, like she's funny. She said, no, not scared. Kind of similar.
I think it takes her a second to work it out,
Work it out.
and then
yeah.
she's like,
yeah, like Ralphie, who I had the other day.
yes, yeah.
So she was asleep in the bed and Ralphie kind of stood over top of her and she went, and then when we left, we took them out into the field, and tell you this, the owners picked him up and brought Ralphie a duck, and Ralphie went and played with it in the field, and oh my god, you should have seen her and Posey.
playing.
They went mental.
Oh.
Like literally, they were like shoom, 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 playing around, and it's like just, I think, because she's probably been attacked by quite a few dogs in her past in Romania, I think it takes her a while to figure out
To trust a dog.
a dog.
To trust that they're not gonna tell her off or be
Mm.
boisterous on her or things like that.
Yeah, and she like walking past dogs, like if we were on a walk and we walk past like some dogs, she'll stay right by my side. Like she will never be brave enough to run over and say hello. And she's never reactive, she just stays by my side.
Yeah.
Or the only thing, she'll only grumble at a dog if they literally like stand over the top of her. And
But she's
like,
tiny, guys. Like Posey's
Yeah.
she's little. Like she's a little dog.
like she grumbled at Fergie the other day, didn't she?
Yeah, because of he was coming into the room and she was like, my room.
And what she will do is she will so when she comes to work with me, I'll give like a duck foot or something and she'll bury it. And then she'll bury it under the bed.
Yeah.
And then I like the other day she proper growled at the dog and I was like, what? No, you don't do that. Like she never does that. And then I looked at the bed and she was guarding her duck foot.
So she put the treat under the bed. She was sat on the bed.
On the bed.
And then she
thought
growled
She thought the
'cause-
dog was coming to get a duck foot, but the
Didn't
dog
know
was
it was
just wanting to
there.
go. So that's why I have got to watch her with is she's never like snapped or she just grumbles.
Yeah.
She just grumbles.
But then saying that, like getting a rescue dog, for her to just have those little traits is the best thing, because you obviously sometimes don't know what you're gonna get.
No,
So these
you
tiny
don't.
little traits that she's got, you are so manageable.
Yeah, and
Like-
she is like you said, it's literally the initial meet, and she's like if we're on a walk, she's good as gold. It's just if they're coming into her space.
I think it's fair enough though.
Yeah.
Someone comes into my space, I'm like, hello.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I
Yeah.
think and also like she doesn't like small dog, she'll play with them instantly. She'll
Yeah.
never wear a small dog. It's just if they're a bit bigger than her and they can like stand over top of her,
Yeah.
I think she gets a bit intimidated.
I mean, yeah, this little absolute oaf.
But saying that, we were chatting the other day, weren't we, with Posey and
Yeah,
Fergie,
yeah.
and they were like sniffing and wagging tails, and we weren't even watching, and then we were like, oh my
They
god.
were like, oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have to be careful with who he greets because he's selective, this dog. Like some group walks I can take him on and he's literally the best. Other dogs, he's just selective. He is just selective. And we've, since having him, like, figured out that he's got so many anxious little traits. Like the tail sucking, for example, that's like an anxious trait. And like when he first goes into the car, he goes ballistic, like screams. I don't know.
Does he?
Yeah, so if we go to get in the car now and he knows that there's a dog in the crate or a dog next to him in a crate, so he's always got his own space, obviously, that blows his head and he will literally like, which is obviously something we'll have to deal with. But yeah, like those little traits you were saying about
Yeah.
Posey, like just little manageable traits that you can train
Yeah.
and things like that. But
And I think like with Posey and Fergie, like when you don't really know what
They've
obviously I have
been-
no idea what Posey went to the first start of my life, and you have a bit more background on Fergie, but you still don't know what happened realistically.
because there could be
You
one
weren't there.
incident in a dog's life that sets something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
this has been a stunning episode.
So cute, right?
Stunning.
Sorry, I need to take this off so now I can say bye. But thank you guys so much for coming on my podcast.
Thanks,
It's
guys.
actually really good.
It has been really
It
fun.
was so
I'm
good. You were
enjoying
scared
it.
as well, weren't you? A little bit nervous.
Yeah, you can probably tell at the start because I'm like, hi guys.
Thank you so much for listening. And if you're watching on
Talking of
YouTube,
boobs.
like, subscribe, and comment.
Lovely.
And if you're listening on Spotify, follow, give us a 5-star rating. Or if you can't be asked to do any of that, because fair enough, then just tag me on your stories if you're listening, because I love seeing your little stories. And as always, you get points if we said what you're up to while you're listening to this podcast.
And if you're still, I love when podcasters do this. And if you still got to the end, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Hennies.
She went, thank you.